now let's do a bearings word problem. So it says a ship travels 93 kilometers on a bearing of 29 degrees and then travels on a bearing of 119 degrees for 113 kilometers. Find the distance from the starting point to the end of the trip to the nearest kilometer. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is try to draw what it's telling us here. If it doesn't say north, east, west, south, which way is it when it's just giving us a degree? So another way to think of it is it's northeast, right? So it's north 29 degrees east. First thing we want to do is draw a little dotted and this is not the path where we're going. This is just telling us it's going north and then east. So east is this way, right? North, east, west, south. So if we go east, you're actually going about, so this is actually your path. You go here and you're going to about here. Now it's telling you that you're going 93 kilometers. The length of this is this is your start. Now from this point, it says the ship travels on a bearing of 119 degrees. So the same thing, it's not giving you degrees, so it would be north 119 degrees east. So you're going to draw a little north line as your guide. And now you're going 119 degrees. So if this is north, you have to go 119. So picture it about, it's more than 90, so it's somewhere around here. This will be a right angle, so it's going to be a little more than that. So let's put it somewhere around here. So let's say that this is 119 degrees. And then this line here, this length is 113 kilometers. Now notice how I drew the line a little longer than the first line because 113 is a bigger number than 93 to try to make it a little bit up to scale. So this is going to be your end point. So now it's asking find the distance from the starting point to the end of the trip to nearest kilometers. So they're actually looking for this here, this length. Now it's important to try to draw it to scale as much as possible because otherwise you might think you have right angles somewhere where you don't. So in this problem we definitely do not have any right angles. So now that we have it all drawn out, let's find out everything we can about this triangle. With the information given, can we figure out what any of these angles are inside the triangle? So the first thing to notice is, since these are north south lines, try to kind of visualize it like this. So you have one here and you also have one here. So these are parallel lines. So what you should visualize, try to visualize something like this. So you have this parallel line, this parallel line, and this. So this is 29 degrees. Now when you have parallel lines, if that's 29 degrees, that means this one in here must also be 29 degrees because it's the alternate interior to this one here. So if you don't remember that, you might want to review the alternate interior angles. Now this is only a piece of our triangle, right? We're only looking at here. So remember, this is just kind of like blown in. So this is 29 degrees. Now we know if this is a straight line, right? We have a straight line and we know this is 180 degrees. So if this part here is 119, this would be 180 degrees minus 119 degrees equals 61 degrees. So that means if this is 119, then this must be here, must be 61 degrees. So now we have this side and this side, if you add 61 to 29, that's going to give you 90 degrees, right? We know that this is a 90-degree triangle, so this will be 90 degrees. So if this is a 90-degree triangle, what rule can we use to find this length? So now that we know we're dealing with a 90-degree triangle and we have two sides, it's pretty easy to find the third side, right? So we're going to have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we're going to use one of the sides as your a squared, the other side that are known. So we're going to have 8649 plus 12769. So that's going to be 21418 equals c squared. And how do you get rid of the square? You take the square root. So now you have c equals, and if you do this on the calculator, it's going to give you 146.3. So then that's going to be your final answer here. So you're going to have 146.3, and the original question asked you to put it to the nearest kilometers. So we'll have kilometers. So that's your final answer.